All right. What's up, everybody? I had to make sure I said it correctly. I personally would like to say that this topic that I'm going to cover about Kiki Palmer and Darius is going to come from me because I'm a little upset and it drove me to drink something. So I do care for, I just want to warn people if I do say some words, please just take it's because I'm been, getting it in with the drinking part. This is my pre-birthday, but I want to hear this and I want to share this from the heart in this particular episode because I just want people to know that I did see it on down my timeline, and I want to get my thoughts. If you have not, if you've been living under a rock, Kiki Palmer is in the news because she is alleging that um, her baby daddy abused her, and she took out got a restraining order against him, and also she was granted sole custody of their child. And we saw evidence and pictures of her being hit by her man, by her ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy, being hit. And you see this constantly going on. And I have friends that been through abuse. My sister, I saw her witness her getting abused, and my friend, close friend of mine, his sister passed away because of abuse. And so, but I see something that was going on my timeline that they were blaming Kiki Parma for this. Like she's getting the blame. She's getting the okay, we're gonna point the finger at Kiki. This is Kiki's fault, and it's not. The blame is all on Darius. The blame is on Darius. The blame is on him. He put his hands on Kiki. He put his hands on his child. In the court document, Kiki put in there when she was getting a restraining order that he was grabbing it. They were tussling with the child, like he was hurting her baby, and they were like a tug of war to get the baby from him. And then he hit her. He hit Kiki, and people was like, "Well, she the problem. She need to date a billionaire, bruh." It is billionaire men, some billionaire men that put their hand on women. There are some millionaires that put their hand on women. So being an abuser, it doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. If a man want to abuse, they're going to abuse, regardless the amount in their account or the lack of. So to see people judging Kiki and attacking her character because she's the victim is insane. But typically we have people in this country on social media that will blame, literally will sit and that will blame the victim. They will sit and say, well, it's the victim's fault. The victim did it. Okay. The victim did it. And so my thing is, first and foremost, I believe that Darius should be arrested, honestly, because you shouldn't put your hand on a woman. And I try not to cover this case because when I saw the evidence and I saw it and I saw the transcripts, the court transcripts, and I saw the pictures of her um, literally getting hit, I immediately said, okay, I gotta I gotta say something about this. This something that I can't push under the rug. And I want people to understand that women and also men should stand up and be like, no more. We don't deserve this. And when you look at the data of people that are getting abused in an abusive relationship, and we're talking about physical abuse, it's very staggering. Um, and just it's very staggering. It's the numbers is just off the charts of black men that's attacking black women. But it's even further. You got white women that get abused. You got black Asian women, like people get abused. And I just want us to understand that we must first pray for KeKe and also call out the bad behavior of Darius. Um, First of all, KeKe mother came out, and it's something got come like, because I said yesterday we had a co-host on the show last night, a sister called into the show, and she called in, and when I said, well, I don't believe that KeKe would get her butt kicked if what about her mama? And then I saw that mama post, and when the mama came out, and when she said about Darius' brother, posted that something about his brother being an abuser, and she talking about his brother is an abuser, and you taught Darius how to be abused. It's crazy. Okay, it is crazy. And the fact when you look at this, I don't care what is your economic status as a woman, that doesn't shield you of getting abused. It can fall through the cracks. And I don't know and I know KeKe is embarrassed about this because she's an A-list star. You rarely hear her any mess. You rarely hear her any drama, you know, but this is bad for her to go through this. And I think she tried to do it as quietly as possible. But anytime you are a celebrity and you go to court, it's going to leak out to the press. Radar Online, they got their people. They get the court documents, and people would say, well, Wiley, why are they posting this? This is embarrassing. This is crazy. This is sickening. But when you are a public figure, you have to take the good as well as the bad. So your bad, dirty laundry is the world's. They're going to dissect the dirty laundry. They're going to sniff it. They're going to, oh my gosh, everybody got an opinion. You got people that's pro KeKe and people that are against her. So you're gonna always have that, especially now with social media. It was a time where you rarely will not hear it. It might be months before you hear it, or it may leak on a newspaper or something. But media is coming up, and I it's something from it, just really something that KeKe had to experience this, and then people was like, pull up, we need to do something to Darius, and I agree. I agree. And I'm not going to tell you what I would do because, and then again, I probably wouldn't do anything because when I saw my sister getting abused, I didn't do anything. And let me tell you why. A lot of people say, well, why did you do anything? Because that's what she wants. And I'm honoring her request because people have tried to stand up and say, you need to leave this. She don't want to listen. This is her life. She says she's grown. And my only prayer is that she get from that. But you can't stop a woman from getting out of it. If she want to be in a relationship and boom, boom, bam, ain't nothing you can do. You can't, you can, only thing you can do is pray and hope that they leave. But nothing you can do. Even like for KeKe Palmer, like for me, I'm looking at the time, they still was dating, they still was around, now they have a child, and she stayed in that relationship. And so now she finally got out of it. Now she got a restraining order. Now she got a baby. Now all of this drama is there. But there were a time when he just hit her once. Why did it have to lead up to this time? Why did it have to lead up to now? Finally want to leave. But a lot of women typically, I don't know, some women that's in that, I would have to interview and really do my research on people that in those type of relationships and why do they stay. I would have to understand it. I can't wrap my mind around it because if you put your hands on me, I'm done with you. I just can't see myself in that. But she this is the conversation. It's so weird because I'm like, man, this is Akilah and the Bee. Like this is the woman that was singing in that Queen Latifah. It was a movie. KeKe Palmer was singing in that, and she was doing her she pretty much did her own little spin on Man in the Mirror. I can't believe like this is the woman that we are having this conversation, and this is why it's so important to not understand like celebrities. They are real women. They are regular women. You know what I'm saying? They are regular women. They are regular people. They are regular human beings. Thank God that she got away because there are so many women that have not gotten away. I remember Jonathan, his sister, and she was obviously, we can tell that she was attacked by her man. We saw the bruises of her and the cuts. And I remember her having a conversation with her brother Jonathan. They were talking, and he said, "Well, you need to get out of there. You need to get out." And she kept saying, "Stay out of it. I got this." He'll stop. We was at disagreement, and she kept doing it. And then one day I get a phone call. Jonathan get a phone call. He comes downstairs and he tell me, my sister is gone. He which her husband or boyfriend, her children's father, took her out. And so and now the effects of that destroying the brother. Because I think he have the guilt. Oh, I should have did. And I used to tell him this all the time. There's nothing that you could have done. Your sister, it's nothing you can do. I'm kind of like lost for words. I'm like, nothing you could do. But that guilt, it eats you up. And I think that's why he chose the drugs. It eats him up because he blames himself. When I look at the situation with KeKe, it's so sad that she experienced this. But this is just a reminder that you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what behind closed doors. What goes on behind closed doors, what people do behind closed doors. That you just don't know. You'll be like, oh, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And the only reason why we know this happened is because KeKe decided to stand up and to say no more. That's the only reason why we know it. And then you put on this facial, you put on this look, you put on this, and she's an actress by trade. So it's not hard pretending. It's a lot of actors and actresses that do it, that hide their trauma and they come outside. It's all good. Okay. She talking to the vice president of the United States, knowing in her mindset, in the back of her mind, that I'm being abused at home. But yet I'm talking to the vice president of the United States of America. I'm talking to her about women's health and women's rights. And now I look at it like, as a woman, she's getting her tail whooped by Darius. And judging by looking at him, he don't look violent. He don't look angry. He's very soft spoken. You don't get. Oh. But you don't know how a person can go off. And if you probably look at Darius' history, you will understand why. Not to excuse it, you will understand why he is so angry. Maybe he have father issues, maybe he have mother issues. Whenever the internet go and do their detective work, we can see what made this man do what he did. And it's disgusting. And I tell brothers all the time that do this crap, get some help. I've had to let friends go. That I will never forget it. I was at a friend's house and he was just it started verbal, and he thought it was okay to just dog his girl out. He would cuss her out, say she's stupid, slow, you dummy, like like he gets so. I've never seen him like put hands on her, but that verbal, I felt scared, like, whoa, like yikes. And then she would get that look like, and there's nothing that we can do because I was young. And then later on, we saw it develop into the physical aspect, and she just couldn't hide it. And I remember one time I went to her, I said, "You need to leave." He said, "I can't do it." She just can't. She can't. And I just stopped being friends with him. I stopped going to the house because I couldn't deal with that environment of you just dogging a man. I mean, this man dogging this woman out. in front of people. Like I just like if you're gonna do that, can you do that private? Like, why do we have to witness that? But he would do it like, and he was very he had a mouth, he had anger, but if you understand his history, she would prob you know, abusive. Mom was in an abusive relationship and it developed into this situation. And it's sad. It's so very sad. And I've had people in my family that was in an abusive relationship. I will never forget it. I was in the attic in my grandmother's house and I was looking through documents and I saw some divorce documents, some court documents, and she put in the court documents, whatever she put in. She said on the night of my honeymoon, he beat me. So it's and in her other relationship, my grandfather, now that was her first husband. And my grandfather, he was an elder in the church preaching. He cheated on my grandmother with a white woman, brought her to the church, and he also beat my grandmother. And my mother, of course, she didn't know or she's in denial. But the only reason why we knew that is because my uncle he shared it over their entire church that my grandfather, and I was shocked because he died when I was 8 years old. And so when I was shared, I was like, wow. So most of my grandmother, she was in abusive relationship, physical abuse relationships. I said, oh my gosh. And I just mm, I don't know what would go through a man to do that. Like that was crazy. Like what I don't know because I don't want to hit a woman like abuse. I just that's not in my area, and I thank God that no matter how much trauma I went through, I don't want to take my trauma out on my sister's face, on her kneecap. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's so many broken brothers that need mental health and need to talk to a therapist, but they think it is okay to whoop a person. And funny, somebody said it was normal back in the day. It was more so, I won't say normal. I think, oh, you okay, it was more common, I would say, back in the day. Um, I feel it was very secretive, but I've noticed with that, to break that spirit, just to break that spirit is to expose that spirit, to embarrass that spirit. Like, hey, bruh, you need some help. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's crazy. And there's so many women. I'm on the women now. I know some brothers in here. Well, you know, men get abused. So that ain't the subject today. There's so many women that are that's in the graveyard right now because they did not walk away. They thought she ain't ready. It's many women that is gone. And they lost their life by a hand of a man. And abuse come in so many forms. You got the emotional abuse, verbal abuse. And that's something, thank you, KLE in the chat, because so many people say, well, that got to be, that's not love. That's not, I remember when my sister got hit, the way how she was talking, oh, he must really like, I he like, I did something to her. And I remember my niece, I'll never forget it. She said, Mom, why would you let that man hit you? You need to stop laughing. That's wrong. And that ain't right. Like my niece is like about 6, 7 years old. That ain't right. He shouldn't hit you. And then my sister reacts, don't worry about that. I did something to him and he did. Don't worry about it. And she talks to her friend, just so stupid. But it irritates me because especially when people have the children, that's the part that gets me, when they have to witness their mother getting attacked or their mother, seeing their sister getting that irritates me. That irritates me. And that's why I try to tell people, like, if you want to do that, go far away. But don't bring your abuse, and then when we try to stand up, you want to attack us for standing up and defend, because I don't think no child, and I'm gonna say this, I don't think no child, nobody should witness that or go through that. That's so crazy because it brings trauma to the child. It brings trauma. And verbal abuse is very bad. Because I remember when I was in high school and I was dating, and this woman said, "Oh, you need a haircut." And I cussed her out. And I said, "Wow, why did I do that?" And as I got older, I said, "Oh my God, because this was what I grew up seeing, people cussing out women." So I just duplicate at a young age what I saw, and I was embarrassed. I was sad. I apologized. Wow, like why did I do that? Like I just duplicate, like like I just duplicate what I saw, like that behavior. I've saw it in my household. So when she said that, I just went off. And so a lot of things, I think a lot of people, especially men and women, could need to go through treatment because that's not okay. Because you need to be deprogrammed. You need to stop thinking that man making your eyes swollen or giving you a black eye. That's not love, and you need to be taught that. A lot of humans have been taught that pain is love. A lot of people have been taught that. They need to know pain is not love. Like putting all that pain and swollen my eye and I gotta get reconstructive surgery, broken ribs. Like that's not love. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I didn't really want to cover it because I get emotional talking about because it hits home. Hearing and seeing KeKe, that's like a sister. Like you gotta understand, I think the reason why the world is so shocked and angry and hurt, some parts of the world, is because we grew up with KeKe. She's that's KeKe Palmer. Like, we grew up with her. We saw her. I'll never forget how powerful she was because when I was watching the Keela and the Bee, it was just something about that movie. I was watching that movie, and I will never forget. I went to the public library, and I was like, I was getting books. It was just something about that movie. It just had me just in the books, like it just did. Half the time it did. I was just read books. I will never forget it, and that's when oh my gosh, the blue sis series or something like that. The gun, the bully, somebody to love me, or it was like a whole book series that it was very popular back in the day. And I think some of the teenagers probably will know, like, grew up in the era that I grew up, and I got all them books, and I would read, and I would love it. And my mom said, "Why you do all this reading?" Because I told her I want to be like Aquila. I want to go to the speller bee. I want to do that. I wasn't the best speller, but that movie was so powerful because it instilled in me something. Like it just really. And I watched the movie today, and it just puts me. I go back to my childhood and how good I felt like walking from 65th and Justine to the public library on 63rd. Like it just does something to me. So um I just remember that. And so seeing her go through that, I'm hurt. I'm kind of hurt. It drove me to drink some wine on my pre-birthday. I didn't want to cover this heavy crap on my birthday. On my pre-birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. And some of y'all already been donating to the Cash App. I do appreciate that. And I didn't want to cover that on my pre-birthday. Like, I really want to have some fun. But nevertheless, I'm covering this because we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. A man that loved you will never hurt you. I love women. I love women. I just can't see. I love women. I just can't see myself. I'm a 6'2" man. I'm very powerful, and I could do a lot of damage. And to do that to a woman, there's many ways to channel that energy, that anger. Get into the gym, be a boxing, get into something, right? Paint, but putting that on your sister or your woman, your wife, that ain't cool. And I'm not going to normalize that. That's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. And as of right now, I think the courts did it right to grant a restraining order. I think the courts did it right uh to get her sole custody. And hopefully we pray for KeKe. And also we pray for Darius that he gets the help that he needs. Get the help that he needs. I'm not gonna join that whole series of talking about meet me outside. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that at all. Because first and foremost, KeKe, um, hopefully that she don't go back to that. Because typically you see them running back and all that. And it's so sad that her first child have to be birthed with an abuser, but nevertheless, that's her decision. And the only thing I can say is just pray for her. That's it. They say, hey, Wally, what kind of work he do? What kind of work Darius do? I don't know what kind of work he do. Because you can't, they say because you can't fight. What do you mean you can't fight? Like, no, I'm not, I don't even want to look at that. Can I fight? Can I do? I don't even want to bring that energy up. I just don't want to bring that energy up. I remember somebody put a post, the greatest commentators got to get in one fight. That's crazy to me. I'm a talker. I don't want to do all that fight. I want to fight in other ways. That's me. Like we already oppress people, like black folks, most of us, as collectively, we're going through. It's multiple different fighting each other. Just stupid. It's counterproductive. It's stupid, and it's dumb. If you can't be with somebody, you got to put in. You need to be alone. Be single. That's crazy. That's single. And women, if you're going through that, report them to the police and get them arrested and file charges and testify. Get them off the streets. Please. Can we do that? Let me drink a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to move on to this. Now, it was, this is so sad. First of all, while we in a praying mood, pray for Lovely T. I did get word that Lovely T is in the hospital. She posted on her Discord and she said, quote, I'm currently in the ER. I'll be MIA for a day or two. I'll talk to y'all soon. And she posted that today at 4:08 p.m. Let's pray for Lovely T. And, you know, I make jokes that she always in the hospital, she always sick or whatever. I'm a comedian, but I'm a compassionate brother. And we'll talk about Lovely T another day, but right now we're going to pray for Sister Lovely T. Let's pray that God heal her and her body completely. Because if the doctors don't know, God knows. God made the body. And she just need a healing, right? Anybody else, they need a healing. Because that's currently what she needs. And being in that hospital room, that's something. Because people don't care. Like the people want you to go live on story, but she going through a lot in her health. And y'all pray for Lovely T. Pray that heal her in her body. Heal her body. She need a healing. And many people, and see, I'm talking about all the tea sippers. Pray. While you drinking that tea, pray. She need total deliverance. Pray. The Bible said, if you got sick among you, call for the elders of the church. Get somebody and tell them to pray. Pray. Right there. I say pray. Now, some of y'all ain't ready to pray. You too busy. What did he say? Did he say pray? I said pray. Some of y'all, if y'all spend half the time gossiping and turn that to prayer, she'll be healed. She'll be healed. And this sister is very entertaining. She have sold more tickets than Tasha K. Her reporting on the pandemic before the world was caught up on the tea. Lovely T was telling y'all, you better get some of that alcohol wipes, stock up on hand sanitizer. She was dropping gems before the CNN was dropping gems. Talk back to me in the chat. Before BBC was dropping it, it was Lovely T. She was dropping the tea, warning people to stock up. So the people that listened to Lovely T, they was aware of what was coming because Lovely T warned them. Do you hear what I'm saying? She was on the front lines. I was watching her episode. People from China was sending her information that was going on in Wuhan or Yuhan, somewhere in China. And they was telling her what was going on, sending secret messages to Lovely T. I know she don't get the credit like that, but I'm going to give her the credit. Talk back to me in this chat. So right now, she need our prayers. And I want to thank you. She need our prayers because she posted a picture of her in the hospital room in gray sweatpants with her nails, and on her wrist was the bracelet of the hospital. We want to pray and guide the doctors and housekeeper. They need to go in that room and pull that trash, because I'm looking at this picture, all that trash and gloves or something. They need to pull that. You got Lovely T in the room. That's a queen, and she need to be in there. It need to be sanitized, and they need to move that garbage bag. It's full of trash with all them nasty gloves in there. But she need prayer. All right? That's all. That's what she need right now, and God will do it. She needs your prayers. I'm just seeing it right in and there. People say, oh, Wiley, I did not know you care about Lovely T. I care about Lovely T. Just because I make jokes about these people, I care. Just because I giggle and I laugh and I tell a joke, that don't mean I don't care about Lovely T. I care about that sister. I care about her. Even though I was blocked by Lovely T, I was blocked. But I still care. Because I'm still going to say, while I'm blocked, pray for that sister. Because I got a connection with the Lord, and I say, pray for her. Get in your prayer closet. Some of y'all in Section A apartments, you don't have a closet. You just have one little shack. Pray right now and pray for her. Can you do that? Get in your kitchen. Stop all that cooking. Get on your knees and pray. Go right there and pray. I don't care if you're driving. Pull over and pray. You don't need to be all that driving in the first place. Where you going? Nowhere. Pray. I'm just saying. And so I don't really know. I believe they were saying that she had something in her body, but I don't know what she had. But God knows, and He could take it away. I remember the woman with the issue of blood. She was suffering in her body, and she touched the hem of his garment. And he whoosh, he took it away. He had the issue of blood. And she just touched Jesus. The hem of his garment. She just touched it. Whoosh. And Jesus, who touched me? Whoo. So pray. And I'm not going to get spiritual. I'm not going to do that to y'all on this Friday. But I know God is good. I say pray. And we want her to see it. All right? I just had to say that for free. We ain't going to be on here too long because this is my birthday, my pre-birthday. But I love y'all because I don't go out like that. I don't go out like that. I don't. I like to be with y'all. And I said, and I got word that Lovely T is in the hospital. And I said, wait a minute, pray. All right? Pray, Ebony. While you're right there, pray. Take off the wigs and pray. Some of y'all prayers ain't good. You got too much them wigs. Take it off and pray. You need to be on your face praying. Some of y'all right now need to be praying. You in the McDonald's line. About to order you some McDonald's. Stop ordering and pray. I want to thank y'all so very much for taking time out of y'all schedule. Thank you for those that have already given to us. I just want to say that right then and there. Mama, you here. You said you've been missing it. You need to be praying right there. Y'all tell Mama to pray for Lovely T. You ain't got to rewind. Only thing you got to do is pray. Stay right there. Don't you rewind. I want you to pray right there. Do you hear me? All right. I thank y'all so very much because we love Lovely T. Because Lovely T, I remember when I was a baby on YouTube, I was an infant and I didn't know much better. And I got to 1,000 subscribers and I was so happy. And Sister Lovely T said, congratulations, brother. You got 1,000 subscribers. I was so happy. So very happy. I was on the bus and on the train entertaining people. And she congratulated me. And I want to tell that sister thank you. She didn't have to do it, but she did. She congratulated me. And I'm saying that because that was a beautiful time that I was going through at that time. I was really going through entertaining people on the internet. And she said, congratulations. Right now, I am drinking Stella Rosa something Stella Rosa. I don't know Stella Rosa. Some cheap. That's before she found out. And I understand because that's before she found out I was a troll. And let me correct you. I don't know, because y'all say I'm a troll. I don't agree with that. Because I don't know what is a troll. I don't know how to troll. What is that? I think I'm repeating that. What is the definition of a troll? I need to get the definition of a troll. And I need a reader to read that to me. I need to start getting a reader that can sit beside me and give me the definition of a troll. But I'm going to get the definition myself. Y'all correct me if I get it wrong. An ugly creature depicted at either as a giant or a dwarf. That ain't me. I'm not no ugly creature. Let me get the slang of a troll. Okay, well, read. What's a troll according to Google? It said this: a person who intentionally antagonize others online, keep reading, by posting inflammatory, irrelevant, keep reading, or offensive comments or other disruptive content. Well, I'm kind of giggling because that kind of little sound like me a little bit. It kind of do. Well, okay. Well, okay. I never knew the definition of a troll. Let me take a little sip to that. But the truth is just, when the truth just hits you, just take a sip. I'm going to just drink to it. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. Hey. Yeah, shut up. Wait a minute. Now I'm 32 years old. Tomorrow I'll be 33. Out of all of my 32 years of living, I never knew the definition of a troll. I just repeated the word troll. I didn't know the definition. But it said a person who intentionally antagonizes others online. Well, sometimes I do that. And see, I'm going into a new year, and I'm going to step into truth. Well, yes. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, yes. Ayabashataya. I understand that. So, Lovely T, I understand. I'm going to try to change, but that's a part of my brain. I'd be kind of boring if I don't intentionally antagonize a little bit. But the truth can intentionally antagonize. I'm a truth teller. And if I'm a troll, then let me be one. That's just me. Is that a problem? Well, I wish I would have never known the definition of a troll because I just see it in my face. I wish I would have never known that definition. It's kind of hard when people call me that, because now I'm like, okay, it's the truth. So, that just something. That wow. Oh man. Okay. Woo. I see why Lovely T blocked me. I understand why Tasha K blocked me. I get it why Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked blocked me. I understand why Bobby Lights blocked me. I understand why Milan Christopher blocked me. I understand why Meek at Night blocked me. I get it now. Meek, I'm sorry. Let me get Lovely T off it. We're going to pray for you, sister. We're going to bring you some laughter. That laughter going to eat up what you're going through, and you're going to be healed. You just keep watching. Keep watching, baby. So, I understand why Meek at Night blocked me because I intentionally antagonized her online when she picked up that sock. Yes, I did. She was crying. She picked this up, crying in that sock, that baby sock, crying in it. So I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny. I do want to apologize to Neek if she listening. If she listening, I want to apologize because that really wasn't right. She was crying. She was in a vulnerable state, and she was crying. Even though I didn't agree why she cried about some fish, because fish is good, especially if you put in some grease. And she looked kind of greasy. Anyway, but I do want to apologize to Neek at night. If y'all can send it to Neek, I want to apologize. Because at the end of the day, you still beautiful. My birthday is November 11th, and one of my birthday gifts is just to be in the presence of Neek at night and all of that beautifulness. Whew. Hey, yeah, bye, 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 bye. But I do want to apologize to her because I was wrong. And y'all should have stopped me. Why did y'all stop me, Aaliyah TV? Why didn't y'all stop me, Christina Moore? Why did y'all stop me, La? Destiny, y'all should have told me you're going too far, Krista. Why didn't y'all stop me? Y'all just let me keep going. I'm blocked by half of YouTube, blocked by them. They got me all blocked. But they watching right now, so. Wow. I understand a lot of y'all be trying, but y'all should try a little harder. But I'm a troll, and that's okay. I take that. I take that. I take that. I want everybody to take a sip. This is my pre-birthday. And first of all, foremost, this has been just an honor. Been a great year for me. And the people that I've met, one of my greatest memories of this year is sitting down with my producers, seeing the beautiful chocolate women, the beautiful that is not so chocolate, just the beautiful women, period, and also the beautiful man. And I was honored to seeing them and Nate and seeing Aaliyah in the bodysuit, beautifulness. So I do want to thank my producers that I've met this year. Also, it's just amazing. Entertaining y'all, making y'all laugh. Also, my greatest memory is being on Zoom. I want to thank your next ex. I want to thank that brother. Being in that space. I also want to thank Miss Aunt Dot. She's from the United Kingdom. And me and that sister, she do care work. And we had a beautiful conversation over there on Zoom. Some great Zoom meetings that we had over there. It was amazing. And I want to thank her. I also want to thank my moderators, all of them. My day 1 moderators, my day 20 moderators, my moderators, period. And I want to thank every single viewer on this show. That's my greatest birthday, that I see you all and everything. And I know I kind of pissed Aunt off because I was talking about Africa, but nevertheless, she good looking. And when I get to the UK, that'll be the first trip I take with her because she's beautiful. And so, but again, I just thank y'all. We got the greatest show. We're a growing show. We're a growing family. And I just want to say thank you all for that. I love the interviews that I did, the beautiful interviews, the people that I met. I'm meeting so many great people, great actors, great directors, great producers, Hollywood people. I just thank God for meeting these people. It's great pastors. Remember the show we did with the pastors and the one that he said he was delivered and he what, and then Pastor Marquise was saying he need to stop being crazy. It was like so many great memories having Melvante on and his boyfriend, and it's just so many people that I want to say thank you. Okay, I want to say thank you. Thank you. It's just so many people, so many interviews, and we're gonna keep the lives going. We made a commitment to keep the lives going, and we're going to do just that. We're gonna do that. I like talking to y'all. I like talking to y'all. Greatest moments, greatest moments. And it's my birthday is tomorrow. I'll be 33 years old. Many people say, "Oh, you shouldn't tell your age." I tell my age because I look at my friend Obituary Jaquez, and he will want me to share my age. He will want me to share. Why not? Why not? Talking to Dwight Howard, victim. He cussing me out on the show. We have done some powerful show. We talked about T.S. Madison, and we got people that some victims reaching out to us, but this ain't about her today. We'll talk about her another day. But thank you. This is a great show. And I want to say thank you. This has been an honor. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank you to people that have already given a commitment. And if you can't afford it, that's fine. I ain't talking to you. I ain't gonna make you feel bad. You watching the show. I'm talking to people that got it. Don't feel bad. I still want you to come on the live. I still want you to sing me happy birthday. I still want you to be here for me. But we also, to people that got it, you can give it. If you ain't got it, that's fine. And I hope and pray that you get it one day. And that's okay if you don't have it. But I thank God for those that do, right? Because you make this show possible by watching. Even the people that never ever comment, but you watch every episode of The Wiley Show. I want to say love you. Yeah. Can we go? Can we get a greatest highlight show for your birthday? We probably do. I have to probably go back in my mindset and go back in my mind and look at the previous shows to do and stuff like that. Most definitely, we got people that's already continuing to send their donations in, and it's definitely great. It's just an honor. It's just an honor. I mean, from the website, it's coming back in January, and even the people that wrote on the website didn't do a good job. Some of them. So we're bringing it back. I'm looking forward to that. That's like one of my birthday wishes, to bring it back, to bring it successful, because so many people were sending me emails. We missed the site. It's coming back in January. Brand new format, brand new people. It's going to come back. They said, when did Wiley interview Dwight Victim? Oh, wow. We interviewed him a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. Let me drop that in there so you can go see that. He cussed me out. And then he went on a Twitter space, and the guy over there, the big guns with fake false teeth and a Percocet addiction, tried to make him feel bad for coming on the Wiley Show and being interviewed by Wiley, because you know they watch this show, they so stupid and feel bad, but you're gonna keep feeling stupid and feel, because more people gonna come on this show because we do it secretly, and they're gonna keep on coming on the show. Oh, give me a second. Okay. The bill collector, that was funny. The bill collector, I want to speak to the CEO. I want to speak to the CEO. That was funny. That was the bill collector. That was funny. Give me a second. I'm gonna post that Dwight one in there if you missed that. But that was a funny one. And that just happened. We were just live. That's the one. We were just live and they called in. They called me. The bill collector did. They called me. And I said, I want to speak to the CEO. He did not want to put the CEO on the phone. I felt like if I can't speak to the CEO, I don't want to pay that debt. I ain't paying it. I filed bankruptcy before I pay that debt. I ain't paying it. And then then I did want to pay the debt if I get on a payment plan. I said I pay $10 a month, but he didn't want to go for that. All right. So if anybody want to call in, this is my pre-birthday celebration. 972-674-9462. The interview with the lady who was accusing Darius. That was epic. That was epic. I forgot about that. Did that happen this year? Wait a minute. If that happened this year, it was epic. I remember that because we interviewed Darius first. And then later on, we interviewed the woman because she got a restraining order, lost a restraining order. And I said I want to speak to her. We rebuked her, and now she's doing much better now, mind our own business. But we rebuked her on the show. We don't mind rebuking you. We did that. So that's what happened. We had some fun shows this time. So we got, y'all let me know. Okay. We got somebody else calling in. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
What up?
Hey, what's up?
What you doing?
Drinking, talking. Hey,
You sound like you sound like you kind of a little toasted.
If I am, that because I don't drink at all. This is just some wine, but yeah.
That's like 7% alcohol, Wiley. Like that's nothing. You
Yeah.
like 6'2".
Yeah.
Like
and then I'm hyped and excited, And I had an African man over last night.
Jesus.
And it was amazing. Like
I could have deal without that. What African you done found? You been back to the homeless shelter?
No, I was on Jack or whatever, and he had a disappearing picture because on Jack the pictures can disappear, right? So I said, okay, come over, whatever. It was amazing. I'm gonna do that story to our private members because it's very graphic. So I'm gonna do it.
Oh my God! Jesus.
But
you always. I told you yesterday. You always be a host when you get back to Dallas.
Yeah, always.
You be hoeing and you backslide every time you come back.
Because like when I'm in Chicago, I'm just as faithful.
You saved. You saved in Chicago. You preach. You save. You know Jesus. You trying to get everybody saved. You passing out tracts. Everything.
Yeah.
When you get to Dallas, you for the street.
Yeah, as soon as I get to Dallas, when I tell you, it gets crazy. And I just saw him in the show. I mean, he saw him on Jack, and it was amazing. He was homeless. He didn't have his green card. He don't have his work visa or anything. It was so it was so good. I said, "Can we just get married?" And I just give you a green card.
Oh my God!
So it was just that amazing. I would break it down on Sunday, and we'd do it. Remember. Was made. They said yes, Wiley. I turned into a freak in Dallas, and see that's why I like Chicago. They keeps me on my A game or whatever. But when I'm here, I get on the apps or I just go to the gas station. I'm gonna find Okay. Oh, hold on. What's up? Somebody is on calling me from the other phone. Hey, what's up? I'm so sorry. I'm live right now. But hold on. Okay, call me back. Okay, I'm about to call you right now. Hold on. Okay.
Jesus, see, you got two phones when you're in Dallas. no phone rings in Chicago.
Right, because I stand up because I don't go in the city. Now, when I went, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the secret. When I went, when I was heading to the airport, my jack was just pinning because we had to go through the city. All these old flings and wait, you back in Chicago? Wait, you been? Well, because when I go with my mom, I'm just in a safe house. You don't know. Like people don't know that I'm back. So when I went in that city, that's why I cannot get an apartment in the city because it will be 50 times worse than what it is in Dallas. 50 times worse.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Because we might find you on the back of a milk carton or something.
Okay.
But yeah, for your birthday, we need to do like some of your hottest shows, or maybe like break it down to like the 25 um favorite shows, because you had like, I go back and I listen to your old shows, and boy, first of all, I think my number one favorite one was the Nick at Night crying in the sock. I didn't even know what you used to be talking about until I actually watched that video one night and you was talking about that girl. And then I went and watched her video and I was like, oh man, now I see what he talking about. That was sad because she was crying for real and she got that sock. And she was like,
she got the sock.
crying in the sock.
And see, the thing, and she was crying. And the thing about, like, Neek really is a fan of the Wilds. I'm a fan of hers because she used to go live at her. She still look good, but like at night, I used to work and then I would sneak in the break room to watch her lives. I get on the phone. Like, we got a special relationship, but I'm still a little ignorant because it's hard for me to turn it off. Like, if I see something funny, I talk about it. And so I just did too much with the sock part. And then she forgave me. And I went right back in with the sock. Because it was just, because people kept laughing. It was so funny. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, yeah.
It was hilarious. That was so funny. Now your current one that was real funny was the one with the debt collector call. And I mean, like, sir, put your ID. Why can't I talk to your supervisor? And I was like, oh my gosh, this dude don't even know that he being trolled. He is literally like on the phone trying to go. No, you can't talk to him. You can't talk to him.
I think it was something.
Sir, that's not gonna happen. Why can't you're trying to? What did you tell that man? You said you was singing some Negro spiritual. You was like, ain't nobody gonna turn. I'm not gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. You started singing that.
It was something, because I'm telling you, like, those shows, and I laugh at the shows too, because typically people say I can't go back watching my old stuff. I can't. I laugh. I laugh at it because I'll be like, oh my, because some stuff I forget I say because I'm just boo whatever on the top. I just whatever. And sometimes I kind of like mess up the subject because I'm just saying all this stuff in my mind is boom, 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 boom. But when that bill collector, that just happened. He just called right when I was live, because y'all be like, Wiley, your phone, shit, them the bill collectors calling. They gonna call at 10 a.m., baby. No bill collector. Ring, 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 ring. They call. So I said, F it. Ever since I did that one particular episode, embarrassing that bill collector, I don't really get that many bill collector phone calls anymore. I wonder why. Because I said, if I keep getting them, they're gonna be content.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious. Of course, when you go in on Jaguar, like, at first I think you used to actually try to interview her for real.
I did.
And then all of a sudden it was like, you know what, girl, you just no. It ain't
absolutely. And I'm telling you, y'all knew the last conversation we had on her, because remember she had the girlfriend. She came on soon. They were, and then she left a message like, Wiley, you need to come on the show. I got to do this for the Tupac. And that's what I knew that she was in need. And I don't need her anymore, because what I don't like is when you hot and you stump on me. I don't like to get second-hand stuff. That irritates. I will never forget. We went to Fernwood Elementary School, and Fernwood Church was down the street. And we went to a program from like after school all the way up to like 6 or 7. And they used to give us clothes from the church. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want the secondhand. So that's like some trauma I don't like. Secondhand stuff, like, you knew you wanted to go to this show first, and then now you just dried up. Okay, now you want to go to Wiley. That irritates me with Jaguar, because when she was hot and when she was on fire, she ignored me. Paid no man. That's she act like I didn't exist. Never responded to my DMs. Now that you're broke, I mean broke for real. Okay, Wiley, I'll let you come. Pay me $150 deposit. I'll come on your show. Oh, now you want to come on the show? But when you were hot, you paid us. And so,
I don't think nobody's checking for her like that no more.
I don't check for her either, because it's dried up. Ain't nothing more you could do. Now I had other plans for her, but mentally you can't trust her because she's gonna put an allegation out on you. She turns against everybody she worked with. So I looked at that history. Everybody she worked with, they didn't touch her, they violated her, they took her from Common to Erica Badu. Everybody violated her. And
But you must admit she is comical.
she's
Off,
very comical.
Officer Ramirez
Officer
will
Ramirez
always go down.
always would be amazing. Officer Ramirez was amazing. And when she was outside her house, you're triggering me. You're triggering me. Like that, like her comedic, she's funny because crazy people are the most funny people ever.
Yes. If you ever want to laugh,
yes,
work at a psych place.
Go to a psych
place.
You're gonna get the funny is of top notch. But it's just so sad because she's supposed to be wealthy, but she's so crazy. She's crazy in her business dealings, and that's the sad part. It's no character. She's crazy for real, and she can't be a little sober. Like at least me, I can be calm when it comes to business. She can't. She turns against everybody, but in her mind, she's handling a lot of business. Like, yeah, Wiley, I'm back on my way with my security.
We
going to the Tupac trial. We about to have a podcast. I got my security. She's so. If I didn't know no better, I'd be like, well, damn. But can I see? Can I meet Tupac with you? Can I meet your staff? Like, if I didn't know no better, like, because the way how she talk, whenever she gets sober, she gonna be a millionaire because she can really speak and really talk and really like something. And she's pro-black. When she could uplift black people, but it's just like, but then she go left and then she go left quickly. So, and it's so I do feel for her. Mm.
Now, my other part that I really, really love about your show is when you kind of like go in, when you be kind of like a little manic and you go in and tell the folks to shut up. Like, you tell the women they didn't stand up. You stand up when I come in the room. And I'll be like, Wiley, what are you doing?
I tell them to stand up. If you single, you single. And if I hear something, because you can tell when I'm watching, because I will take bits and pieces of it. Because Kevin Samuel's video came up. He said 30 clearance rack. So I took that. Anybody over 30 clearance rack, dried up, I will repeat some of it. So you can kind of like tell, like with the callers, but that's like the days when more callers call in, when I'm going off on the callers, because they be calling in, like they be calling. I will never forget it. When I said Nicki Minaj should retire, that part of it, that's when I witnessed the realness of Nicki Minaj fans, because they unsubscribed, they cussed me out. I mean, I had to turn that phone off. It's like whoosh. And I could just check my DMs right now. It was one particular DM that just recently came in, and they said this quote. Let me see if I can find the DM. They said, man, stop with the false narrative about Megan's new song. It's clear it clearly has nothing to do with Nicki. Get a life and get some pussy or something, because putting black women against each other days is over. And in that mind, I'll be like, oh, but that makes me keep doing it, because I feel like, oh, he really liked that video. I have a twisted mind. He really liked that video. That would make me press. Like, I really want to drag Nicki again, but I'm on this new face of she's the queen, but I really want to drag her. Because she said she's addicted to Percocets. Well, she was addicted to Percocet. And I really wanted to run. I was like, damn, I can't run to it. I was like, okay, I'm a barb right now, so I'm in my barb season. But that's not going to last long, because I change. Like, this is it's so hard for me to stick with something like that. Like, I love, that's what makes the show different, because you don't know what Wiley you're going to get when you tune in. That will make it.
We don't know if we're going to get the whole We don't know if we're gonna get the preacher. We don't know if we're gonna get the
You
politically
don't
the
know
politically
what?
correct Wiley, like running for governor, running for mayor
Right,
Wiley,
we
and
don't
the
know like
preacher.
what
You
Wiley.
like a David Chappelle. You know how David Chappelle used to play all those
He played
characters?
all those characters. Like Martin played all the characters. David should play all those characters. You really, really don't know. And that's why I love YouTube because YouTube.
Then you put your voice though, and you like when you want to talk, you try to get your Mac on. You try to finesse. You try to like put your little swag down in the phone. When you trying to get booty, you like you start macking, and then
Yes, I'm back with the women. I love talking with the women because the show like sometimes like we get a lot of callers and I flirt with them and they call in more and I love it. 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 And the reason I like going out a little bit more because it helps me to give more entertainment. Like when I go out with Austin today, I'm gonna flirt with him. We're gonna drink. I'm gonna flirt because I want to smash him or whatever. But I'm so funny and we had Applebee's. And the only reason why I like the Applebee's is because number one, the licorice. I'm not a big because funny. Because women have a whole list. I don't want to do the Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, well, damn, I guess we ain't going out nowhere because I don't know. Because I think like the Applebee's is okay. But I've never dated a woman, so I don't know. But it is. I thought we sit down, we get to know each other, we eat a burger, whatever. Who cares? I thought the Cheesecake Factory was high class. Didn't know. Now they said the Cheesecake Factory, F that. But that's probably social media because the chick that I'm dealing with, that we went to the
who?
hotel.
Wait,
we went,
wait a
we
minute. Is it Chicago Bay
it's the
again? I thought
Chicago
we
band.
never
No, I'm
heard.
just talking. I always talk about her because that's the only girl that we have history that we done something. And we
Well, we gonna have to in 2024. Can we find you a woman?
but she got to teach. She's gonna teach me how to.
No, she not.
Okay.
We already talked about this on members only.
Okay, we
Chicago
did. We
Bay is
did.
not. She's on the clearance rack.
Y'all trying to, but yes. But I've hope like I do want to experience like women because like women I've like with men, like I'm glad that I'm a different person with women versus with men because I run through men like water. But women, I just be stuck with that one.
No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I got
We gonna find you. Aaliyah TV
Aaliyah.
gonna go out with where
Okay,
Aaliyah TV at?
I think she.
She thick. You know you like a
She's
thick.
thick. She thick. That
She
was
pretty.
yes, I like her. She's so very. She's very professional and she very bougie as I would say, but very. I love it. Very.
She's not going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
You have to take her to Benny Hanna's.
Really
You got to
hot.
take you got to take her to Benny Hanna's.
They said, tell him, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago Bay is trash.
My gosh.
Rubbish. Yeah, we dumped her. You can't bring her, and if you ever brought her out here, we eat her alive.
Yes, y'all do that. Y'all be eating her alive.
We just be trying to help you because you
Yes.
keep bringing all these shelter unhoused people.
Yes, y'all definitely do. Uh yes, okay, y'all do. Okay. As they said, no chain restaurants. They said Wally about to get me fired when he came on when I'm at work. He too funny. Oh no, mama, don't get fired. But it's fun. Like, I love entertaining. I love entertaining. Even like my coworkers, they laugh and they watch the show.
What was it when you were singing the "I'm just cleaning up"?
Mm. I'm
You
just
remember that?
yes. I'm just cleaning up. Came
You
from
remember?
Rico. Somebody did a video on the beef sector. I'm just cleaning up, and I was repeating like fish grease. I was repeating the people in the beef sector, and I was making fun of them in a song. Because at that particular
Yeah,
time, one blogger took another YouTuber song. It's all copyright moved, but it was her song, Fi Babe's song. And so I took the song and then I added my remix on the song. Like that was wow, you really went back to watch. That's in the it that's
yes,
in the
I,
catalog.
yes. That was hilarious, and that 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 was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
That was like,
I remember that time
oh my
because they were all
God.
like the five babes, the mother, all these people. Like I really was antagonizing me, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna take the song and I'm gonna add my little spin to it." Yeah.
That was funny.
Mhm.
Boy, I have never laughed so hard before. That was funny.
Yes.
And whenever you call that baby a child soldier, I think
Ah! I did. I called them a child soldier. I did.
I think the first time you said that, I was like, "Oh my God, he did not call that baby a child soldier."
And don't get me wrong, Tasha K, like, she just so comedic. Like, this is the internet, and I talk about stuff that's on the internet, and that's it. It's just so much stuff that be going on the internet.
But you called a lady bald head. Do you have to call her bald head?
She got no hair. But I talk about these people. I just do it because of my upbringing. We talked about people bald head. If you stink, we talk about like that's what we did. My mother talked about my mother. Okay, my grandmother told the story. Said my mother, she comes when I go around. That girl, see, that's why when Marquise was born, he looked like a Chinese baby. His eyes looked like a Chinese baby because my mom was ching ching chong. She would talk about Chinese people. And my grandmother said when I was born, I looked like a Chinese baby, like eyes all closed. So I get it. I get it from my mother because she talks about people. So I developed and I took what she did on social media, like taking it and talking about something on social media. But she did I got it from her, and she told me I got it from her. Like she talked about people, and I just took that and I put that on the internet, and I just talk about it. And it's hard for me not to talk about it, but I just do it. Anything that comes on the internet, I have to discuss it. I have to talk about it. Just okay. This is one of my favorite of this year. Recently, when we made fun of Diana Ross wig, Stormer
Oh,
beard
yeah.
girlfriend.
Um, yeah.
That and she got a new wig, and I left her alone. But somehow I went in and I got off that video quick because if I stay on that too long, jokes gonna start coming to my mind. But because she had a different wig, she had like a whole. So I gotta find somebody that she remind me of because
But she called in. Remember, she called in.
she was pissed. She called
Hmm.
in angry because this is just the beginning stages of me pissing off and taking out regular people. It's going to happen with the celebrity people. And she called in on her birthday. And she was so pissed. And you don't know because Storm Monroe, he's speaking at a conference. I'm not no beard. You keep saying I'm a beard. Like she was so pissed. And I knew the women, because I know my audience, I know women, I knew they was going to dog her. Because most of the women believe that she a beard of Storm Road. Most of the women believe that because they start dog. If you look at them comments, they dogged her. Ugh, Storm, she used. Don't she live in the projects? Now, this is the public. This is women, by the way, is saying these things about her. And, and it's Diana Ross wig because she's so, don't get me wrong, she's good looking. But
She all right.
it's just the wig part that got
She all
me.
right.
And I said, Diana Ross wig. And I said it with so much conviction that it provokes the people in my mind. I'm just regular talking, like I'm just talking about to myself. I didn't know it hurt, and that's why I kind of like pulled back because she was really pissed off,
She
and
was
I like her because she's good looking. You know what I'm saying? Good looking woman.
she was angry, and you was like, "Why you not with your man?" And yeah, that's it. He was like Miss Wiley.
Miss Wiley Fish, yes. And I tried to flirt with her, and I'm not no fish because only reason I took the fish part is because I'm still in the mindset because it pissed Neek off. She cried, so I said, "I'm gonna use that fish term," and I used it, and she was pissed, and she called, and then I'm ignorant. And this is the bipolar of me. So then I go in the chat with her. Oh, hello everybody, what's up? Hi, and she's still pissed. Look at Wiley. He in this chat because Storm didn't train her not to give me no notice, like don't pay him no mind. So she still knew. I still know she's a virgin to this. Look at Wiley. He's so fake. And then he gonna Storm. And I smelled her. and she smelled good. And she don't, and then she said to Storm, Storm, do I smell like fish? No, she smelled like this was so funny. 'Cause I'm like, why y'all care about what I'm talking about? And Boris, that slow man, slow. He get up on there and why is that mush mouth? He get up on there and start talking about me. Now you know if you slow, you supposed to stick on my side. I got the snotty nose. I was in special ed. I had a social security check. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be on my side. Mush mouth. Talk about you, Boris. I didn't like that. I'm still triggered because I don't like to see my own people, the slow people, we all supposed to stick together. He went over there with the popular kids, mush mouth, stinking, and smelled bad. And that quality looked like he dig in Vaseline and submerge it all on his camera. And that's how he looked when he come on screen. I didn't like that part because it was my own people. He snuck out the slow class, went over there to dog me, and I said, he got to get it. I'm sorry. I'm going to say what y'all thinking about this man because y'all know y'all talk about him when he come on the show. Because when he came on Tasha K app, you could just tell, like, damn, but we got to be nice to him because he a subscriber. But he dumped Tasha and he ran over there with Storm because, you know, he want to sleep with Storm. So Storm took all the men. You know how Suge Avery took all the women? Storm took all the men, all the betas. They follow Storm over there and over there. That's over there. And he I don't know why Riley talking about Boris like that and why he offended because he I know it's Boris. He's sitting watching me right now, playing with himself, digging in his hole, trying to hit that G spot. He watching me right now. So that because what gets me is they be so offended by what I say. Why watch me? Even Armand Wiggins, it's an honor. Watch it. That's an honor. That's like WrestleMania of bloggers. He watched me, the Tubi version. He watched me. He responded to, and that used to make me go harder. But now I kind of like lay back off of him because he don't go live on stage here no more. That used to be I used to look up to that day. Like man, I used to drag him when I used to love when he used to get mad and get upset and go live on station. He'd be just walking, eating, chewing ice. The dogs be barking. The fish tank, I hear the water. He used to be walking up and down, walking up and just mad, discombobulated. He called me slow, psycho, stupid. He just go in. Because he think that gets to me. I got the thick skin because I know what you're going to say to me, and I just said all that thing. So that's how I kind of wait. And so now I can tell like he look bad right now and he ain't got no haircut, probably smell a little bad because he go live on the Avatar. I hate that. I like when Armand go live when he really get drunk and when he get pissed and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah. But anyway, but I had some.
You twisted back. You did. You call him Skelly-Rosis.
Yeah, the Skelly-Rosis with the back. That was funny because he shared it and I took that and I ran with that. That was the funny part when he kept saying his back is twisted. I did a whole video. He shared it. So I talked about it. That man really has some problems with his spinal cord, with his back. And
you picked at him. Then you called him a chocolate snake. you said he was a chocolate snake.
Yes, I did. I said he was a chocolate snake. I did. They said, how about when you expose King Jives, you set the man up? Yes. So two men and a lady I was gonna bring back. And so I said, oh, I'm gonna reach out to King Jive. Now he's not gonna respond unless there's money involved. So I said, hey, I will pay you $300 to be on Two Man and a Lady, you know, call in. So he called me and we live on Station Head. And I know a lot of people don't know about Station Head, so I'm recording the conversation. And then King Jive said, are you recording me? I said, no. And we kept at it. And that just reminded me about the Saucy Santana of the promoter. Like we had some classics this year when the promoter called and he said, are you recording? No. We got the tea with the promoter and nobody posted us but Milagro Graham. This before she did her dental work and her body work and got a breasts do kind of look nice. It looked like two good chocolate supreme donuts. Like it looked like. But anyway, she the one that posted it on TikTok. the highlights of it. And I remember that. It was so fun. Like, but you gotta understand, like when you call a blogger, you gotta know you being recorded. I don't understand that. You gotta know you gotta be recorded. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was so many because we did so many shows. We go live pretty much a lot throughout the week. So that episode was fun.
When Wendy Williams used to call in,
The Wendy Williams caller. She took
oh my God, she
yes,
went off on you so bad.
she did. I think that was the end of because I took Armand's side. And I don't regret it because they both was, I guess she wanted me to roast Armand, but I don't like to roast him on the phone. I like to do it when we not on the phone because it's not that serious. Like she was, and then she was really pissed that we made up, and she was pissed about that. But that's your business. Like this is what. Just be a fan. Like don't get too caught up in it because you're gonna be on by yourself. She got caught up in the mix. Instead of her getting off the phone call with her Prosecco, she got mad and our mom wanted to do it. And don't get me wrong, I still have a picture of Wendy Williams caller. She is beautiful, a beautiful sister. And because she sent me a card in her picture, and I still have that card and picture to this day in my public library. They always say, "Who was that lady?" I said, "This is the Wendy Williams caller." A lot of people's like, "What's that?" Don't worry about drop number draws. We about to get it in. Don't worry about who the Wendy Williams caller. Because people always got to ask me, "Well, this is why I can't wait to get an office space so we could just get it in. I can have my dungeon together and my everywhere." But yeah, they say y'all hear this, but Wiley be wanting me to pick a side. But no, I I just think it was well, that's a good point, Aaliyah TV. But no, she wanted me to pick a side with Armand Vegas. Aaliyah, you don't have to necessarily pick a side. I just did that. I was joking. It wasn't really being serious. I was joking. You're still beautiful. You still have a beautiful bodysuit. Still have a beautiful, thick. And I just did say that just to get back at Storm. But it's all fun and games. Because again, if I see Storm, I will run up to Storm and just hit them cheeks. Like his cheek on his face. Wait a minute. I would hit like
Which cheek you talking about?
I'm talking because when you say cheeks, I'm
Wait
talking.
a minute. Which cheek you
I'm
talking
talking
about,
about
Bobby?
the cheeks on the face. He is so adorable. Like Storm Monroe is just so adorable. He's just one of the type of people. I just want to play with his face, like geeky, 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 geeky. Like he's just one of those type of people. He is so adorable. Like it's just like a teddy, like a gookie, gookie, techie, geeky, geeky. Like that's what I
No,
look like. See that
I
thing. Like
don't know about a
he has
Gucci
that.
Gucci.
He has that type of face. Okay, I don't want to like clap his cheeks because when you say cheeks, I'm talking about clapping them other cheeks. But yes, I love that, and I think Storm. I don't know if the episode when he called in, he said, "Okay, Wiley, okay." I don't know if I got you blocked. Wait a minute, let me see.
Oh yeah, I do. I don't know how.
Okay. I got
Yeah.
the name block player. I was like, word. And then when he got embarrassed, I gotta go. He got embarrassed. That's when y'all knew he was a snake. He was
Mhm.
I had a lot of snakes come swither their way into this place because we still have a very high engaging audience that people want. And so he would come in the show, and mind you, and we finally realized how much of a snake he was. And now he's trying to help Cynthia G all that because he want to sleep, or have her peg him. I don't know. But so he wants some of that, but he came on the show, he was lying, and I didn't, and he got exposed for the lie. He called himself up there doing all those lies. It's crazy. It was really, 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 it was really, really crazy.
Yeah, you have some funny. You have a
The
lot of.
cheeks.
You
But
have a lot of fun
I,
parts.
we had a lot of fun parts and everything, a lot of fun parts. But I love you. I love you. Thank you for calling. Like we had a lot of fun parts on members only. Like half of y'all don't know, like the members only, like we lost some people because the jokes and stuff. I don't mind about losing the people because I still know they watch. It was one particular sister. Okay. So we was watching. She didn't like me playing adult entertainment on the Zoom. So she was so pissed. Beautiful, good looking. And she didn't like me flirting with her. She had some type of anxiety that she didn't like. Okay. I don't know. And then she was being messy over there on Storm Monroe channel. And then she called me. I would never forget this, player. And please don't try to call me and clean it up because I may not know. But once it registers, I'm going to talk about it. So she called me. She said, okay, Wiley, I don't want you to be mad at me. Don't post nothing bad about me on the internet. I'm like, what is she talking about? Oh, you don't know. Just don't worry about it. Just forget it. I'm like, okay. And then somebody told me to watch Storm, that somebody was trashing me, and I saw her. I said, oh, I got to get you. And then she went on her YouTube page. I don't want to watch a porno. I don't want to see it. Sometimes I like to see it, but I didn't want to see it on the Zoom. I didn't want to see it. It's going to be my first video talking about it, and I'm going to talk about it again. Okay? We was over. We was done. I talked about it, and I was over it. I said what I said about it. We was done. And then I did a video about voting or something in the middle of the night. She hit the comments, and she called me, and she said, oh, we made up. Because y'all had to understand, I say that, is you may be mad this week, but in about 6 months, you still why? Because I cannot try to just chase the one every time. I'm a collective person. I still got to be me. And I may lose some people, I may gain some people, but at least I can go to bed and say, I'm me. I can clean it up, yes, but I'm still me. But yeah, I remember that. I remember because most people didn't see that video she made, but we do have some people that they're watching internet. Anybody say anything about Wiley, they send it to me because I can't be able. It's one particular viewer. They're going to be anonymous. Every time somebody posts something about me, they see it. They don't have a picture. They just go right on my Instagram, send me the links, send me the timestamps, send me the links in the times. Anybody say an inkling about Wiley or subtle like shade or something that I didn't catch, they'd bring it. I'm like, oh, that is shade. So I love it. So the viewers really honestly keeps the mess going because they everywhere. It's more viewers than me. I'm not everywhere. So they be on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I would have never known that happened on the Twitter space if it wasn't for that viewer. That viewer watched that 6-hour Twitter space, and that toward the end they tried to make the guest feel bad because he was on the Wiley show. And towards the end, it was about 2 minutes, and they sent me the last 2 minutes of it. They sent it to me, and I watched it. So they keep the mess going, which is great because it's a good entertainment to keep it going because it's a roast and gag show, not all the time, but it's just to keep the mess going. Yeah. They said, oh my, I didn't know about all that on Zoom. It was a lot on the Zoom. Like the Zooms, we get it in on the Zoom. We interviewed a guy. We interviewed a guy on the Zoom. He chains people up. He whips them. He's a what is he? What is them type of people that does it? He's black.
The S
Yes.
M.
And
And
and and and and and and and and and and we interviewed him about that on Zoom. So like Zoom, we really have so much fun. And sometimes on the Zoom, that's I kind of like pull it back because sometimes we be on Zoom for like 6, 7 hours. We just do it and we just go and we just talk and we just do it. Like a lot of people don't think you didn't say nothing about Israel, Wiley. You supposed to be political. F you changing. And we talked about it on Zoom because why do we don't talk about that on YouTube? Is because y'all gonna be ignorant. Y'all gonna say stuff, get me like it's gonna be ignorant. Y'all want us to be so pro whatever on a platform where you cannot. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want. I'm probably talking about it on Sunday. And remind me about the DJ Khaled and Drake. I really want to break that down right there because everybody want everybody to be speaking up. But then if the man lose his livelihood, then what? You ain't gonna be there for him. We just need to stop with the stupidity. Like stop that. Well, you ain't gonna say nothing about Palestinian people? Well, you go there. I'm not about to try to do this on YouTube. People livelihood. No. If you want to do that, I go do that on Zoom where we break it down, we bring people on, we talk about it. on Zoom. That's it. But
Yeah, we talk about more stuff because yeah, you right, and you mess up the algorithm
yeah,
and
you can't talk about all that type of stuff. Like,
hey,
remember, everybody was in brother. What was the dude name? The one that the Egyptian Pharaoh, brother Pharaoh. What was the guy name? Uh, he was talking about all this stuff. He's getting 170 some thousand people live in his chat. He was getting all these people. He had the ex CIA agents or claim to be that. And guess what? His channel was gone. Come on, one second, y'all. Hey, I was just about to call you. What's up? I was just about to call you. Oh no, I'm
yeah.
in the out in now. In now.
Okay. What do you? What's up?
Yeah, I am now. Do what you want to do. You want to do drinks or something?
I mean, yeah. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am, and it's your birthday, and I feel so bad. And my birthday is the week after yours.
Right, I know, like, cause like you and bro birthday, y'all twins, y'all birthday is coming up. Yeah. Oh, Junior. Yeah, but no, we fine. Like, yeah, I gotta definitely go to get drinking. So it's up to you.
Y'all see how he switched up on us and took the phone down?
Right. Well, it is. Well, you're the gift because I'm in your presence.
Oh God, it's deep. I, I can't.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Oh, but then again, we could do it like when you get off tomorrow. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Or you could just do it tomorrow when you get off. You work on Sunday too. Oh damn! I thought you was off on the weekends. Mm. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. That's great. Well, it's a good thing. Money is money. And you sitting down, right? Like, you're not standing up or not like your job. Hmm. Oh no no. Oh no. I did. Oh no. You already saw the crack pipe or tank. Like you already saw the pipe. Did you see? Oh, you probably weren't checking his page, but he posted on his page the crack pipe on Facebook. Yeah, he did.
What? He got crack pipe.
Yeah, Tank posted that crack pipe on that page. He did that. It's so sad. It's so because you know it's so sad because I his brothers and them was here and I felt so embarrassed. Like they don't know where a brother is at, and he just popped up just with that Facebook page and he started posting all that weird stuff with the bio just to see the stuff like the bio like what he posted. Just read that bio. He's just read the bio. He posted there. Do HIV exist or is the doctor giving it? Like I can't go verbatim what he said, but he was he did you see it on her? Let me see you the URL thing so you see it because he has so many. I think he just made another one. Hold on, I think this is the one because he just made so many of them. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I just sent it to you so you can see the one because he had made some because so many pages. It's so crazy. Yeah, the bio. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Hey, YouTube family. I heard you in the ear. Y'all see how Wiley changed up? I'm staying in the house, y'all. I'm not going out. Y'all want me to go out? Lala?
No. I'm an alpha woman.
Oh, wait. Of course you go be confused. Because he be. Hmm. Yeah, I'll be trying to find them, but he'll be. Mm-mm. Yeah, I almost look Uncle like when you look at his old, it's totally different, like life. And I remember Medea. I remember that movie we was watching Medea, and she was in her kitchen, and she said, "But what happened to such and such?" And Medea was cooking. She looked at it, life, 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 life did it, life did it. It was this African dude that I smashed last night. Life,
Oh my
of course, life, and it was amazing. He's homeless, don't have a green card.
geez.
Yeah, it was the best, and he couldn't speak that good of English. Oh, I like it. It's so amazing. It's so big. Whatever. Anyway, and I said, you know what? You ain't got. How about I marry you? You get a green card because you got to stay here, and that was my hormones talking because I remember I said that to the other guy, and
Mm.
the guy sent you a picture. I was like, "Oh, you come live here," but he didn't want to give it up. Now, if he would have gave it up, he'd have still been living here. That'd have been my
I'm just
boyfriend.
not why homeless
But
guys.
that man, it's just like the homeless guys be having the best.
They be stinky.
And he wasn't even like stink. He smelled good. You know what I'm saying? Because when I think when people.
I ain't felt the good smell of homeless person. I don't know what you be smelling.
Yeah, it's like different. It's like different levels, like versus like a homeless person or a person like they house surfing, couch surfing or something. But it was
Oh, it's stages to that.
yeah,
It's stages to
yeah,
that.
because
Okay.
it was something. Because I was like, oh, but it was so amazing for my birthday. It was so amazing. It was a
Wow.
it was everything. Because usually Theo, we do our tradition, we get it in on my birthday. He don't think it's a tradition, but it really is. So he's gone. And Tank don't stay with me, so I don't have any of his scraps. But I was just on Jack one day, and I saw the African dude, and now he needs somebody to pay his cell phone bill and blah blah blah. And I ain't got time for all that. But that probably would have worked if he would come back, if he'd have touched, But then again, no, because then you start that, and they just won't leave. So, you know, he was something. It was a very, very good. He speak two languages or whatever. He just moved to this area. He just moved to this area. Well, he's house surfing this area now. So much, but it's crazy. It's crazy. The other guy you saw, I thought he was gonna be boo, but he didn't have nowhere to go. He sent me a $50 cash app, and I'm like, at least give me $300. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeding you every day, like every day I'm feeding you. Like I felt like a housewife. I felt like a beta. Season the chicken up, cleaning my apartment. Clean up her like my apartment is clean, got the carpet cleaned, everything, folding up clothes, putting on the hanger, really caring. And it was time for rent day. Yeah, and he sent the $50 cash app. And I knew then, nope. I can't. I can't. Very intelligent though. It's just like then now I know I'm like you good looking. You can't keep no play. Like it got to be something wrong. Like okay, let me see. And I'm like, oh, you stingy with the butt, and you don't want to pay. That's why you homeless. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Wow. $50 cash up. I couldn't believe I said this man sent me $50 cash up. Wow. Mm. That's how I said. I can't deal with that. But I'm about to get dressed right quick.
Oh, so you gonna leave us?
Yeah, I'm gonna get dressed. Do you want me to get dressed right quick or
We want you to stay naked, probably.
okay?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can. I don't think I get your text message because you know it's the same thing. All right. All right, bye bye. No, I was pretending to be a beta.
Mm.
Pretended to. Well, technically, I was pretending to be. I wouldn't mind being submissive. Unless I'm
Wow.
getting something. A man will pretend to be submissive if you want to get some. I pretend to be because I'm like, hey, okay.
So who is this again? Anthony? Which one is this? Because you have so many.
It was so many. That was the barb.
You've been taking your prep.
The barb. Yeah, I have a whole bottle. I take my I keep bottles of prep. I take my prep, but yeah.
I don't need you to keep bottles. What I need,
I
because
don't know.
if you
I
feel
keep. I don't know. I'm
it,
sorry. I'm so. What I meant to say is, I have a good stock of prep. Yeah, I take my prep. Yes. Mhm.
that's like somebody saying they take their birth control pill. I got a whole pack. Well, you ain't taking them
Ah!
if you got a whole pack.
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm drinking this
Now, you
Shutter
want
House.
Big Sis to come out or you want the nurse to come out? Which one?
I listen. Anyone could come out. This Shutter House. I don't like the taste of this white merlot. California. I don't like to say that's Stella Rosa. I like the taste, but I'm gonna go out to get something to eat. You guys, do y'all want me to go out or don't y'all don't want me to go out?
We done told you no, and you still gonna do what you want to do. So why you asking?
Why y'all want me to go out? I thought y'all said y'all wanted me to have fun for my birthday.
It ain't your birthday till tomorrow.
Really? It ain't, it's my birthday in some other country right now. But that Shutter House is there, but I'm gonna drink it. And I had this Shutter House for almost a year. Over a year.
Yeah, we do. We want you to go have fun. Just be safe.
Right.
Don't pick up no more homeless
No,
people.
honestly, I don't okay. When I say homeless, I'm not going to homeless shelter or anything. They tell me that they have living issues and stuff. Like I've tell like, bruh, like it's so I don't feel sad for people because a lot of people just don't want to work. I've had friends that are actors and they tell me all the time, "Oh, I'm going through." I said, "Get a regular," but I'm an actor. That's not my dream to work at Walmart, bruh. Work at the job to fund your dream until your dream can just fund everything. So, like, just don't be ashamed of that. I don't understand that. I'm not ashamed to work a regular job, and I look at people like that. Pretty says stay in the house. Pretty text you supposed to be calling me. They can't. I don't understand. They can't keep no money. Can't that because either you don't know your priorities are messed up. Your priorities are messed up, and it's so many ways where you can like save and like it's a person. I have a friend. This one particular person, he liked to smoke every day. Every day he's smoking, and I sat him down. I said, "You can't you smoke too much and you ain't got your stable housing. Maybe if you stop smoking, you can afford your own place." I smoke because it keeps me calm. I go, now you trying to judge. I'm not judging you. Well, technically I am, and it's okay, but you missing out on your opportunity because you are, you know what I'm saying? You are spending money on smoking, but you you can't afford rent. You can't afford your place. You can't afford your things. Like I don't understand that. I don't get that. I look at my rent and they every time I try to keep a little surplus in my rent account, meaning that when I pay rent, I like it to say credit of blah blah blah, $100, 150. I like that in there than versus me having rent where I'm at a negative. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
like that. Um, and if my rent is due on the first, if I get paid on the 20th, I pay it on the 20th. I don't wait till the first. Like
Right.
that just me because it's not mine.
Right.
It's the rent man. And I'm training myself when it comes to my tithing and offering, it's not mine, it's the church. So
Mm.
I'm training my mindset because when I tell you, you gotta train yourself up. They said Wally at the beginning, I love you for standing up for KeKe. It's so many people online covering this wrong and traumatizing because I see how many people don't care about hurting women. They don't care about hurting women. I love women. Like no matter how y'all talk about Chicago Bay, that piece of meat between her legs was incredible.
A piece of meat between her legs. Is that what we're calling it now?
What do y'all want me to call it?
That's
Pork?
not it.
It's meat. It's flesh. What is it?
No,
What do you?
that's you
I
will never have a woman if you gonna be saying stuff like that, you gonna forever
know. Okay,
be
wait. I'm a little tipsy. Okay, woo. That
yeah, because that was
incredible.
not
That
politically correct. You are
incredible. That inc-
yeah, no,
that
you can't say that.
incredible feeling and
No,
texture and
yeah,
warmth and and
mm-mm.
and and and, and very
No
everything. It's
piece of meat between her legs. Do, do you see how that sounds when I say it back?
it that yoni. Thank you. I'm a little tipsy because usually I say yoni. It is so fresh and good. It was that's for this year too. That was one of my best moments. My worst moment was losing my friend. And then that after like enjoying that, it was the best 6.5 minutes.
But let me ask you this, and I don't want you to think I'm trying to be funny. That's my disclaimer. But you said that she has a handicap, right?
Absolutely yes.
So is it? Do you think it's the best because that's you have very limited encounters, or do you feel like it was the best because she was just fire like that?
It was fire. Like it was. And I'm only judging it, and it's sad because I look at me and I'm like, man, I never came that quickly with dudes. Never.
But that's not really a good baseline.
So I
Like
don't know. I know it ain't a good baseline, but I'm just saying it was incredible. It was a feeling because
that's just like if you've never had ice cream, or like let's just say if you are a diabetic and you used to eat like sugar free stuff, when you do taste real sugar, it's gonna be so sweet because you're not used to
I
having
understand. I
sugar.
get it because maybe that could be, but it was amazing. It was amazing. I don't have them stories. It's a guy that I follow on Instagram. He said he got intimate with a man. I mean, intimate with a woman. He said it was disgusting. His body was shaking. His anxiety was like that wasn't the case for me. It felt natural. It was it was whew, like it was a type of feeling I want to experience that again. It was riding the bike for the first time without training wheels.
But see, if you mess around and get Chicago Bay pregnant, you gonna be trapped in the closet. You gonna be
That's the thing that I don't who I gotta stop. That's why we never that's okay. It's me. Like they'll say, why have y'all done it again? It's because uh I avoid it, if that makes sense. And the reason why is because I don't want to bring the baby. in there. I fear like, oh my gosh, what if I have a child? Oh my gosh, I live in I know my housing situation. I'm going to Chicago. My grandmother. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and that's like the only fear. It's like the baby part. With dudes, you don't have to worry about them getting pregnant 9 months later. Um, but women, you do, and so, but, and then I don't know if I want to for her because she's not my wife. I don't know if I want to have that to be like my children's mother. It was one particular sister. We were on a date, a virtual date, and she's a college graduate. She's good. I think she's 24, 25. And I was like, oh my gosh, she would be a good mother for my children. And she's beautiful and she's intelligent. But of course, she lived in one part of the country I live in now Chicago now or Dallas, whatever you want to say. And so it's like, whoa, because I do want my child to have a beautiful relationship with both parents in the household. That's my dream. And so I don't know if that could be with her because she's still focused with other situations. And so am I. And so hopefully I can get a woman where it would be serious, where we are seriously dating, we going out, we having a vibe. That will eventually happen. I have not ran into her yet, and that's why I'm trying to like make the Chicago Bay thing happen because that happened, and we've been friends for like forever. But it's just I don't know, and maybe
But would you have to wean yourself from hoeing?
yeah, I would have to wing myself from home. And I think I can definitely do it if I just stay in Chicago and don't come to that. Once this lease is over in Texas, I think I'm gonna be done homeland because uh, yeah.
Do they have like some hoe anonymous or
I would
something like
love
that?
to have Whole Anonymous with that. I really don't know. Do they do that? I don't know if they have that. Can you go and see if they have any services
I
for that?
never heard of it. Yeah.
They say, imagine I would have find being a woman to be disgusted too. Like I just they said I disagree. You can't like something as a virgin. But no, I wasn't a virgin. Patrice was the first woman. Patrice Everett was the first woman I was.
Stop saying these people full names, Riley.
Patrice Everett was the first woman I was intimate with. And the reason why I say her first name because she's so proud of.
You say the first and the last.
But I do it because when you go in the Bible, you say Jesus. You don't say a nickname. You say his full name. And so, so Patrice Everett was the first woman. I don't think that she don't have a social media going Patrice Everett, but she was the first woman that I was intimate with. And Chicago Bay is the second woman that was intimate. There was only two women in my life that I was intimate with as 32-year-old man. Now, when it come to men, maybe 167 men, probably more. I cannot give you a number. I can't give you a number with men, but women I can. Two women, Patrice Everett in Chicago Bay. I can tell you the first guy I was with. Oh no, technically, because then when I had grown men when I was a teenager and grown man, but the first man I would say that I let penetrate me was Brian Radcliffe. That was the first guy. He did delete his social media because I said his social media today. Oh, today he deleted it. But Brian Radcliffe, he was the one. He's a preacher now. He been a preacher, and I think he's trying to pastor.
Oh,
Brian Radcliffe.
wow.
But yeah,
Okay.
but that's part of my life. Like this is part of my life. It's kind of hard to do the secret. And he was in Afghanistan. He was the first guy that intimate with me, and I thought I was in love. I thought it was lust, but I didn't know the difference because I was young. I didn't know the difference between love and lust. I thought it was one of the same. And so he was the first guy that intimately went and signed me. It penetrated me, as to say, and I can remember driving home, and I still felt his presence inside me.
Oh my God. You act like you talk about the Lord.
I
I am about to get off this phone with you because
Wait
that
a
is just too
minute.
much.
Are you
Oh
serious?
my
I can't
gosh.
even talk
Not the
about
present.
I'm
Oh
about to
my
bad
God.
friends in my Cody
I just
came. You know,
check with you every time.
because men,
Jesus.
I
Lord, I'm
feel,
trying to get you saved and you just went way back.
I still feel that man presence. Like I could just remember that moment and stuff like that. I could and I can remember my next door neighbor. I'm not gonna say his name. Um, my next door neighbor. We were both coming. We were both like 8 or 9 years old. I remember it, and that was like my first introduction into the lifestyle. Then Jamie introduced me to the party line, and then I took it further. I kept on the party line, but shout out to Jamie. That was the first guy that when we were grown men now. He said, Wally, for my birthday, I want you to buy me some Hennessy. I said, okay, whatever. I told y'all this story before. I went to the store and I said, I want to, what size hit it? Extra large. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how to buy drinks.
That was funny.
I didn't know. I went into that store. He said, a pint, have a pint. I didn't know. I didn't know. I said, extra large. I'm thinking I want to buy some extra large.
That's how you thought Pastor Troy was a pastor,
I thought
right?
Pastor Joy was a pastor. And shout out to B Skills, may she rest in peace. Because we did a whole break. I thought that man was a whole pastor. I said, a pastor. I really thought he was a whole pastor. I don't know these people. And wow, that was, woo, Lord. Like, you really is a supporter, a fan of the show. Because that is way back in the day.
I told you.
Man, I remember that. I don't, because Pastor Troy was in there. Because I think he said he don't like gay men. Or his son being gay or something.
He didn't want his son. He didn't want his son to be gay. I think that's what.
And so, pastor
And you like, he from the Pentecostal church or the
Pentecostal church, because it said Pastor Church, and when you say pastor, I'm like, okay, what church is it? Pentecostal? Is it apostolic? Nobody was telling me. And then B Skill, she was laughing. And may she rest in peace. She called me. She said, "No, that's a blah blah blah." He's in the music industry. I said, "Okay." She was giving me a whole rundown of Pastor Troy about his hits. What I didn't know that was before my time. And funny, we bring up B Scales. May she rest in peace. We was about to do our first stand-up show, and she lived in Arkansas, and we was about to take a trip to Arkansas. And I said, B Scales, I want you to be my woman. Because because I'm gonna do a set about being a gay man. But I'm gonna keep pointing at you, but this is my sister. But no, not sister, this is my woman. She said, okay, we're gonna do it. So she found a comedy club, an open mic night, and then for some reason I didn't do it. And I regret that. I'm like, because that would have been like a memory that me and her, that would have been like my first time meeting her in person. But yes, we was on the phone, we was communicating. I was gonna do it. I was gonna drive down there, and she was beautiful, beautiful. I've had some. Most of the women I'm with, I don't hang with ugly women. They all good looking. Okay. But yeah, that's all we're gonna want to try it. But yeah, but yeah, that's something about Pastor Troy. Wow, that is something. You that you went back in the great, like Thelma's like videos back before the pandemic videos.
Yeah, those were before. Actually, that one was before, but she passed during
Yeah,
the
she
pandemic.
passed during the pandemic. Yes, she did. Wow, yes,
Yeah.
she passed during the pandemic. And because I remember, because I was so close with B Scales and Blue Skies, because we was in a group chat, and I was like, whoa. And then when Armin Brown 9 called me and said she passed, I was so sad. So whenever I do make it, when that day comes, I'm gonna make sure I can take care of her, like her daughters, and contribute to that, and whatever fun, whatever we're gonna have whenever I make. Because I will always remember that, because I remember how much of a good mother she was to her daughters, and I look at grief too, because she lost her mother and her grandmother, And I believe she died from just a broken heart. She was grieving because most of the time she would call in and she would watch the show because I would bring her so much joy. And I would, because she would go through, like she would grieve. But one thing about B Scale, she did let me use her cable. And so she let me use her cable. We covered R. Kelly documentary together. And I remember that. And she called because back in the day, B Scales would call in. She would be the co-host and blah, blah, blah. And they used to get mad at B Scales. Women is, oh, she got on them pajamas. And I know it's probably dirty pajamas. Like they would get jealous. Like some women would get kind of jealous. So women would come on. It reminded me of the other moderator that a lot of moderators don't like. They think she evil. That reminded me of oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Proud of Me. It kind of reminded me of that when the women they get kind of jealous or they latch out at women. And I didn't care. I kind of like it. And so she would come on the show and we would talk. We would have because she was so beautiful. And me and B Skills would talk for hours. I remember when she was doing Instacart, she would have her girls in the car. She would go and deliver. Like I just wow, and I miss her. I think about her a lot, and that's why I keep her as in my thing still as a moderator, like in the system, because it always remind me of her. And I'm gonna always miss her, and that's a part of the Wiley Show history because she is one of the pioneers, like one of the ones that helped this show and keep me encouraged. Like she would tell me how much funny I am, how entertaining I am. I remember one year for my birthday, they all called into the show. And so I love the moderators. I love even the moderators that don't even call me no more. I love them too because we still got that special connection, baby because I made y'all laugh. Like even Armor Brown now, I remember she called in. Now at first she didn't. They talked against the Wiley Show. Oh, don't call him while he messy. And then one day she watched. She clicked on the link, and I was making her laugh. And then she was at her son's basketball game, and I had on a wig. That's what I was doing my Queen of the Cross-Eyed Diva.
Mm-hmm.
And I put on the wig, and her son said, he got on a wig. Out on the whole way. And the way that Almond Brown laughed is just incredible. I love her. I love like those strong black women, even though they know I'm kind of hard headed, but they still rock with Wiley because they know me. Because they know they've been on me for years. And I love it. Even I like Proud of Me. I know some of y'all moderators and some of y'all women don't like Proud of Me. I like her too because Proud of Me, regardless, she's so into the business. Like she's educated. She works in the business. And she sent me invitations to a lot of things. And I like her too. And she still watched the show from the bushes. And I'm not gonna invite her to come in the chat because then it's gonna go back to people because it was a season of just moderators going back and forth, and then half the moderators left. It don't come in the chat. They went on the protests and all of that. But shout out to some of the moderators that still talk to me in the DMs. But yeah. And she's a very cool woman. Very cool woman. We like Proud of Me. She's cool. But the thing with Proud of Me is she's a hot, it's like she can go off. And I like to go off because it keeps me on my toes. I like the draw. And them station head shows will go down in history as some of the highest rated station head shows ever. Like if you go back to the era when Proud of Me was going at it with the moderators and growing at it with the audiences, and when she docks the audience will have this is so funny.
Now that's what I need to go and listen back to
When she
those.
docks the like so with Station, we were done with Station. So apparently Proud of Me found all the information of these people and posted on Station in the chat. And everybody was calling me, you got to stop. How can I stop it? And then somebody docks Proud of Me and they was posted. Oh my gosh. They was saying me and Proud of Me was screwing. Then they post Proud of Me dead uncle information. Whatever what was going on, it went. They know they couldn't bring it to YouTube, but they brought it to Station Head. When I tell you we had a story, and people said, Wally, this must be a storyline you create. I didn't create the storyline. I didn't create it. And they're proud of me. This happened this year. I'm gonna call the FBI. Baby, they was calling the FBI. Baby. And so me, I'm gonna be into the okay. Now I'm gonna put on my storyline hat and I'm gonna pretend like this is a storyline. So here I am. Yeah, the FBI called me, and we I can't tell you. It was so to me, it was funny. It was so freaking, it was just funny. It was funny. I mean, the moderators, some moderators I haven't seen in years arguing. And I love Proud of Me. I love her. I love her because she does great work. She's a great vibe. And I personally want to say this on my pre-birthday, you guys. I invited Proud of Me back on into the chat and made her a moderator. I did that because I missed her in the chat. I miss her calling that, and she have her own YouTube channel where you don't even know that she ghetto and ratchet and can be ghetto right. Very professional. You wouldn't know this. I'm like, what about it? And beautiful out this way. I invited her because I missed her. And so I said, I'm going to shake it up in the chat and make her a moderator. So I shook it up in the chat. And then your next ex, he reached out to me on Station Head. He said, I'm tired of this woman. She crazy or whatever. You need to make me a moderator. I'm a day one. You don't have no male moderators. So I said, okay, this is going to be a good storyline. Okay, Proud of Me. She's a heel. A heel in wrestling is like a bad guy. And so your next ex, I'm going to make him a baby face. So he going to be like the good guy. So I said, okay, let's wake it up. Let's make him a moderator. So they going in. And then I am. So I'm going to pretend like I don't know what's going on in this chat. I'm neutral and I'm going to make this. Okay, y'all. We go, please be nice in the chat. Stick on topic or you're going to be gone. So they will start being nice. But secretly, they will still say little stuff in the chat towards each other. In your windows, tracking each other.
Oh, yeah. That would be lit.
The chat would be lit. So then I would go to Station Head and we would just let it happen on Station Head. Baby, Proud of Me was calling people H words, B words. People was cussing. It was going off on Station Head. It really was. And so I pretended like, because I couldn't act like I knew what was going on. It messed up the story. I was pretending like, that was going on. And I think, and then it's the thing. So your next ex, you know this because you was on the Zoom. He was mad about
you were late.
About the
you
time
late.
that I was late. But my argument was, and I stand on it, I've always been late. Why are you mad that I'm late this time?
But you be aggravating the situation. You didn't make it better by talking about this my show and all. Oh, it was just awful.
This my show and weak. And it was so it was something like me and Nate got into your next ex. It was like we were all going at it in the chat. On the Zoom. For me, in my mindset, I'm entertaining the audience because the audience, yeah, you kind of pissed. I'm like, but you over it. You just whatever. We here. So I think the audience, because remind you, the Zoom, they turned against your next act. They didn't care. I mean, they said, whatever, get over it.
Well, he said that little comment about, what did he say?
Oh!
The women, the people in the women in the chat were ignorant?
Yes, because he said y'all were ignorant.
Yeah.
And yet, when he said that, he effed up because you're going to lose all sympathy because your next ex, he spoke multiple languages. He was so smart.
But you started saying the boy was blind, and then low IQ. That's what it was. It was low IQ. And then you said he couldn't open his eyes, and I thought he was blind for real. And I was like, oh, he's blind. And you're like, no, he's not blind. That went over my head. I was like, oh, he's blind. That's so sad.
Yeah,
And you like, no, I'm just, you trolling. And so I was just like, oh my God,
and I don't know.
this is
And I think, and he still watches the show. You can't tell me he's a supporter of the Wiley Show. He liked my entertainment. Can't tell me he's not watching. One day, I just think he didn't want us to see his limitations in real life. And I can tell it, and I'm not going to force it. And proud of me about the other, like the Renee girl. She never wanted to show herself in person because she had a whole nother identity. Now, that doxing stuff, I was looking at the Renee one. Because when she doxed her, we found out this lady is using a dead woman's identity. Like it, because what messed it up with the Renee character is that she was changing her voice. And then she called in, and then she went off on me on Station Head. And she was talking about how all the YouTubers surpassed me, all this person, because that's how you really felt in the first place. So all the people surpassed, because she never was a member. Why would I go to a gun range? You got bipolar. And why would I? She was saying all this stuff on the Station Head. And I heard it in her voice like she was pissed. I make all this money. Number one, never tell me that as a blogger and you never donated, because that's a whole lot of me. Unless I can feel it, even that opinionated. She made it seem like she was so wealthy. Unless you giving me 80 grand, 90 grand, we would have never fell out. You give $100, unless you giving that, we'd have still been cool. I would worship you and kiss your dirty, crusty feet and your man. His rectum area would have rise, or his scrotum area would have rose if you would have given that type of money. But you didn't. But what gets me with these people, they come on the Wiley Show and they brag about how much money they got. Screw that. Unless you give 80,000, let me feel it. But why brag it? You know I'm struggling. You ain't give me nothing. So what? I don't care.
Wait a minute. Who is a good candidate for that one? That was another good story. What's her name? Opinionated.
The opinionated one. And she brought the drama. I would have never talked about Tasha K with the moderator drama. The reason why the Tasha K and the moderator drama came up is because Opinionated brought it to me. And we posted it on my website. And so they post on the website. And see, Tasha K moderators, they tell everything. And so they the one that told me that Chelsea got fired, that she not in the group chat. The moderator is going to tell me. These people is regular people. They keep the mess. The moderators actually keep the mess up as well as the subscribers. They keep the mess up. And I like it because it keeps the show going. I like it. So, but the opinionated, she brought the emails. She put her number in there, her full name. She begged. What was the depressing part about it? She was begging them to keep her free job that she donated to Tasha K. She begged. And got mad because she never wanted to be a moderator of the Wiley Show. But I made her moderator anyway, just to show the world how much Tasha K can't stand me having moderators same as her moderators. So I mod her up, and she lose her moderator stick that same day. And they took her and banned her from the group chat that she created. But whose fault is that? Opinionated got too involved. And because she wasn't really an active moderator. She wasn't an active moderator, but she still was in a group chat. And then once we mod her up, she was more active over here because we still got that one-on-one type of show. You understand what I'm saying? Like Tasha K don't have time to talk to moderators, like one-on-one, respond to the chat like that. She talk about the story. This is still like a mom and pop type of show. This is, I call it like a storefront church.
It's a storefront church.
It's a storefront. Where we're going to talk broken English. We're going to get off subject. Hey, sister, so we know your business. We're going to say your business. This is not a mega. So most people, they try to go to the mega church or the mega platforms. They miss that storefront eating the collard greens in the basement with the leaky pipes. They missed it. You're going to miss that one-on-one interaction. And that's why she was kind of pissed that Opinionated was coming over here more than she was over there at the mega church.
Yeah, that was a mess.
And Opinionated sent me the information. I blasted it out there, talked about it, and then I turned against her because I just got tired of this whole thing of her playing with herself, if she played with herself or not. Because, this is what puts me off with Opinionated. On Clubhouse. She invited me to Clubhouse. Don't be scared now. And this one I knew she was messy. That old heifer. She was messy. Don't tell me to hit no link on no Clubhouse. If I want to talk to Armand Wiggins' best friend, we could do this on YouTube. I'm not giving no show on no free app with 60 other people on no party line type of thing. Don't be scared now, Rodney. And I said, I'm going to get this chick back. And I dragged her. Yes, I did. And y'all didn't know. Y'all just thought I just dragged this lady innocent. No, she was being messy, sending me a sending me a Clubhouse request because she wanted to see me go battle with Armand Wiggins' best friend. I said, F that. I'm not doing that. Number one, I'm at Applebee's with this dude. I'm trying to get in these drawers. Hope he take a shower. And that's what I'm trying to do. And so when I'm listening to this with my earbuds, so I'm not doing this. Like, what are you doing? Like, and I said, hey, I'm about to drag her. And I dragged her, and she got it late, and she hit me up on Instagram, responding to me, listening to the show. And then that's when I dragged her, and I got a husband. Then she called me, and her husband was on the phone. We started arguing, something like that. And then she said, I'm going to, because they keep thinking I'm scared of the popo. I'm going to the police. I'm going to the detective. I didn't break no law, so go. And she thought that was going to scare me. Then she went on Tasha K Twitter space because she trying to compete with Armand Wiggins. She do a Twitter space. Here go broken voices. I want you to know I called the police. Oh, this person was who? And Tasha K said, who? You know Wally, the one that's obsessed with Armand, the one that's obsessed with you and Peaches. I called the cops. Broken voice, stinking old lady. You know that time you call the cops? Shut up with your foolish self. Wait for the police time, and they have to fight crime. And help people, stop people from carjacking, and have to give that old lady Karen her cat back. And you calling the cops off some YouTube drama, you foolish. You need to be going to CVS Pharmacy and getting your husband some Viagra for that pee can rise to that crusty donny. That what irritated me with her. And she thought just because she gave $100, $200, you did it on your own accord, but don't get it twisted. I could still be me. You were being messy. You didn't have to send me that Clubhouse request and trying to, don't be scared. No, don't be scared. Like, that's what's her on Clubhouse. She do a lot of stuff sneakily. Soon when you expose it, then she want to go deep. Yeah, I don't understand. Back I was in the military, and the sergeant hooked me up in the barracks up there in the mess house, and then hooked me up to the dry. Then she want to talk about her sad story. She do that. She weaponized that abuse, and she want people to. She be messy. Soon as you catch up, she get her sad story. Like she was in that police station. I'm military, chuckling. I'm like, man, we don't want to hear this sad, slippery story. These officers got real crime to fight. They ain't got time to be talking about no 30-year-old alleged thing that didn't happen. And she's sitting there doing all that talking. That what gets me, because this lady is messy on Clubhouse. The reason why she on Tasha K platform, because she messy over there on Clubhouse. She's on Clubhouse. She's messy. And then when they start dragging her and cussing her out, she start talking about her alleged, I just don't understand. And I'm in the military. It's like, man, she just cried ugly. Like, ugh, shut up. Like, we don't care. Like, you can keep talking about the same thing. We don't care. We don't care. Because Clever, we didn't care. Like, and then when she went to her mom, like, no, that really happened to me. That broken voice. At least get up out of here. We don't want to hear about that. And so that's the thing about her. Her husband allowed her to do it because he get a break from her. She could be on the internet while he up there, I guess, playing with his hole because the thing don't work, it don't ride. So, 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 and so she was saying all that type of stuff. Like, ma'am, you need to stop all that. And then what gets me, she to this day, she go to Clubhouse and now she about to go to fan base, spend money just to people to get some friends, and they turn against her. They turn against her. That's what she do because she's lonely in her real life. That's the truth. She's lonely. I mean, that is sad when you look at your man thing, and it's swiveled up like a pretzel. That's something. I get it. I'll be sad too, like whoosh. Because she's still a woman. And that's what I don't know if the Whack 100, because when I call Whack, he said that she was digging. So I don't know. You have to talk to Whack and all that. But my thing, you married, what are you calling a man up there trying to tell him how to cook a pie or talk to your sister how to bake pies and cakes? That to me sounds foolish. Why you on the phone in the middle of the night? It's 2, 3 something in the morning and you want to worry about baking a cake and a pie? Come on, bruh. Come on, sister. You married. You don't supposed to be on the phone with no man at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm about to go. Because she mad at me right now. Let me call my Uber. I'm getting kind of pissed off talking about her right now because she right there in the chat right now listening. She gonna tag me on a long post on Instagram. Dear YouTube, this guy on here, I was in the military in 1955. Lady, these people don't care. Stop it. Can we please let her go back? I'm gonna call the military. Let me call my general friend. We gonna get her back. Can they bring back the let women? I think women can
draft. We're going to draft the women.
Yeah, the women should be drafted. Let me call President Biden. Draft her back. Put her back on the front line. Let her go back there. Because she always do that because she got too much time on her hands. Like this lady on Clubhouse she be on there for hours being messy. And then when they drag her, she get the crying. Her voice get the trembling. It always trembling because it's broken. She have a broken voice. And nothing wrong with that. And then it get to trembling. Like, oh man, it's like a broken washing machine dryer. Like, it's just broken. Like, ugh. Like that's what gets me. But keep on, she she watching right now. Somebody sent it to her. She'll be dragging me on Clubhouse. I'm gonna go on Clubhouse just to see her. Let me go on Clubhouse. Is she on Clubhouse now? Aaliyah, call me if she on Clubhouse. Denise, is she on Clubhouse? Call me. Amaris, is she on Clubhouse? Crystal.
I think they said somebody else was on there dancing.
Oh, okay, let me go. I love y'all so very much. This is my
Happy birthday. I already sent you your birthday.
Oh, you already know. Because you sent it early. And I love it because I needed it, and I need my birthday celebration to be perfect. And excuse me, I'm burping because this cheap wine and it got me sweating.
You gonna be
man, this got me sweating. Like, I feel like a drunk growing up in my neighborhood and they sweat. Like my mom be sweating. She be listening to her gospel because that's that liquor. It got me sweating.
Wait a minute. She drink and listen to gospel music.
Oh yes, my mom be sweat, baby. She yes. When she be feeling it, man, she be listening to that gospel music. I love her. I love Mama Wiley, but she be drunk. She be listening to that gospel and it be loud. Yeah, Marquis, he your age. She be shouting and clapping. And then you say you going to church. No, I ain't gonna go to church. Yeah, I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna be able to do that. But she be having praise and worship right there in her house. That music be loud. Okay, it be loud. But I love my mama. But it be loud. It's so funny. One day, y'all. One day. Oh, it closed that. Okay. Hey, so somebody said happy birthday, Eve. Okay. All right. You about to go? I'll talk to you later, sis.
All right. Talk to you later. Happy birthday.
Okay.
All right. Bye.